And welcome to Sports Talk on the Friday night edition. We are live in the studio, at least some of us anyway.
Yes,
and
we
we
are.
have the legend Bruce Austin and my brother Pearson all the way in Maryland. Well, let me start with Big Don. How you doing, my brother?
Doing great. Doing great.
All right. Every moment move is to my left. What's up, man?
Hey, what's happening? What's happening, brother?
All right. The legend sitting home with you in your bedroom, Bruce. Where you at?
No, my man. I'm in my sports talk room.
That's right. That's right. So you're like somebody with no laying in the bed. Bruce Austin. That's right. Sports talk room. I hear you.
Right. And all the way we got my brother-in-law, Larry Pearson. What's up, Larry? How you doing, man?
Doing great. Get ready to make history with this three-peat.
Ready to make history? All right. Well, we're looking forward to tomorrow, Kansas City and the three-peat. We're going to talk about that.
You guys going to be the first one to three-peat with a quarterback with a hurt leg, huh?
Hurt leg. Hey, that's every year. Every year.
Yeah, going to do it again with a hurt leg, huh?
Every year. Nothing new.
All right. All right. And I want to welcome everyone that's viewing us on the WJRG television network, on the KMI Media International. I want to thank my pastor, Dr. Willis Miller Jr., who's the president of KMI. And also we have Pastor Tanya Randall, Pastor Andre Thompson, Bishop Ernest Richards, a part of the KMI. And also we have, who am I missing? Big Don, okay.
Yeah.
And Pastor Wayne.
Brother Walt.
And Pastor Walter Teague. And also Bob McCormick. He's a part of the show as well.
Right.
But anyway, we're going to get started. I know I want to appreciate you guys coming on this Friday night, because I know there's so much going on Fridays. And so let's get started. And also let me let the audience know we're going to be on Monday instead of Tuesday because of the holiday. So Monday at 6 o'clock, we're going to be on live in the station as well. Larry, let me start with you, man. First of all, the Chargers, they beat the Denver Broncos last night. Great game. Are you impressed with the Chargers at all, or what?
I'm not really impressed with them because their defense is suspect. They was able to run on them at will, and they were scoring at first until they finally found out how to stop them. But I'm not impressed with the Chargers, but they got a pretty nice squad. They ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere. Oh,
they're going to playoffs and out. One and done.
I mean, so when they win any game in the playoffs, do you see had them any chance at all?
One and done.
One and done. Wow. What do you think, Bruce?
I think their defense can hold them back.
The defense, okay. Go ahead. I'll get the ball.
Yeah, they, like Larry said, they can score, but they don't have no defense.
Okay.
Well, I have to agree with you guys about the Chargers. I'm like you, Larry. I wasn't really impressed with it. It was just a good game. That's the way I looked at it. That was a pretty good game to watch. But as far as seeing anybody out there on the field going anywhere, I didn't see that. But very good game to watch. What do you think, Kevin?
I think we just have a situation of the have and the have-nots. Those were the have-nots. Some of these don't matter right now. All that matters to me in the AFC is Kansas City. Then the NFC, let them beat each other up so Kansas City can three-peat. And the ones that are going to beat each other up are Detroit, Minnesota, Philadelphia. No one's getting by those three guys. Right. Then I need Buffalo and Baltimore to fight it out. So by the time they get to Kansas City, you got Kansas City versus somebody probably from what they used to call the black and blue division, or we can have that repeat of Kansas City versus Philadelphia. The only time I got something right. I've been wrong every year before and every year since.
So now, what you think, man?
No, it's on you. I gave my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to me, I watched the Chargers last night, Larry. To your point, I don't expect them to be Buffalo or Kansas City, or the big, or even Baltimore in that case, or maybe not even the Steelers. But they do look. I think the AFC is going to be a little tougher than we're looking at, because like any given Sunday, any of them teams could beat another team, Larry. I just feel like that. These teams are that good. I mean, for one game, those teams are real good, man. Now you don't agree with that, Larry? No.
They're giving Sundays they're having right now. In the playoff, They ain't
The
gonna have
one thing is different. Kansas City got a defense.
Okay, well, all of them got a defense though.
Kansas City got a defense, and the most points scored on KC this year.
Okay.
Only one team scored more than 24 points in KC this year. Only one.
Okay, all right. So one and done. Okay.
Well, see, the reason I'm saying one and done right now is any given Sunday. So ain't gonna be no playing around when it comes to the playoff. You either gonna be in or you out. It ain't gonna be no, oh, I might can beat this team. It's gonna be the best team gonna win, and that's gonna be the guys on the top as usual. Gonna knock the guys out on the bottom. I know you're looking.
Game.
I know you're looking for a surprise, but it won't be
no.
any this year.
No, but some people can have a bad game.
Yeah.
One game, and they
Yeah.
defense is 7.
I seen Mahomes have a few of them this year, and they still won.
No, I understand. But anybody have a bad game. It could be a Sunday where the receiver.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I'm saying all that's happening now. Before, when the playoff coming ain't gonna happen. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
We're just gonna see the best squabble the rest and go on about their business.
You know, Mahomes is battle tested right now because Kansas City has not beaten anybody by more than one touchdown in any of the games this year. And a couple games last year, they're on an incredible streak, but he's still winning those games. And I think that sometimes that high ankle sprain could be a blessing in disguise, so he won't get his body beat up. That boy's walking in the playoffs with the home field advantage after showing us that he could win on the road. This guy's been just winning. I mean, it is what it is. It's almost like in the AFC, once again, you got Buffalo, who beat them in the regular season, and you have Baltimore, who is as talented as any team there is, just vying for the opportunity to meet Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. Kansas City wins that AFC Championship game and beats the NFC representative for the Super Bowl for the NFL's first ever three-peat. Hey, Larry, did I get in the car? Did I get in the car that time?
You got it right. You got it right. Certainly did.
What do you think, Bruce? Come on, give us your opinion.
brother.
Hey,
He made
don't
it do
forget
what
they
he
got
do.
Hollywood Brown coming back this week too.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I wanted to go back to the Chargers a little bit. Don't forget that they got a first-year coach. And if their offense is clicking pretty good, by the time they get to the playoffs, they could get that defense together. You know what I mean?
If a team can run on you all day, guess what? If you got that many holes, you got a problem.
But that's what I'm saying. They need to get that together. If they don't get that together, they finish. But if they do, they could be a problem because they got a pretty good offense. You know. But I think Patrick Mahomes, if he go in there with a bad ankle and do some damage, it's going to be a lot of people going to be getting a little nervous.
Okay. Listen, I got it. Is that you, Bishop, on the phone?
That is me, sir.
All right. What's up, Bishop?
Just coming back from having a homegoing service with a loved one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, we feel bad for for your loved ones, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, sorry for your loss, brother.
Sorry for your loss, sir.
Sorry to hear that. My condolences, brother.
I'm gonna go back home. Well, we're talking about the Chargers, and
Yeah.
they beat the Broncos last night. A great game. And my question was, you think the Chargers can do anything in the AFC playoffs? What do you think, Bishop?
The Chargers are in and out, up and down. They have potential to do a lot of great things, but they caught the Broncos at a good time in the second half. But if the team that played the first half shows up, it's over for the Chargers. End of story.
Right. Now the Broncos got a pretty good record too. I saw that. I mean, there ain't no slouches either now.
That's how I compare to any given Sunday. That was there. Because on a good day, the Broncos would have beat them.
Okay.
They was 9-5, nearly 9-6.
I think the Broncos should have beat them. But the problem is the Broncos just put up the gas last night. So
You think so?
what are you going to do?
Okay. All right.
I mean, Dick was playing well. He had all cylinders firing. And, their coach calling the right plays. And his whole ball of wax was just running. And as they kept running, they started getting away from their run game. So they started getting away from their pathway to victory. They kind of, I would say, shot themselves in the foot. But when they put their foot off the gas, they gave the Chargers an opportunity, a chance to show who they are. Herbert ain't no quit no quality quarterback as anybody else in that league.
Right. All right, Bishop. I'm going to change the subject for a second. I'm going to start with Kendall on this one. I'm not going to ask Larry. I already know what he's going to say. But Kendall, if the Buffalo Bills do happen to win the Super Bowl, how big would that be for Buffalo?
Oh, that's huge. That's
I see Larry smiling.
First of all, Larry, I'm still in the car. I'm just letting you know.
But suppose
I'm still in the car. Wait, hold on for a second. Hold on. Let me talk to my passenger. I mean, my driver. I'm still in the car. But if the Buffalo Bills
win the
Super Bowl, the reason why that's going to be such a huge story is because they literally have the history of having the first NFL running back to get 2,000 yards, God rest his soul, and whatever. We know him more for other things in a 12-game series. Then they're the only team to ever go to the Super Bowl four times. And, and then wide right with Scott Norwood, we know what that means. If they were to win the Super Bowl, that would be equivalent to LeBron James winning in Cleveland. Yeah. I mean, that would be a huge story. And in order for them to win the Super Bowl, they would have to have knocked off Pat Mahomes, which would be equal to that undefeated year that the Patriots had. And then you had Eli Manning and David Tyree and Plaxico Burress and whatever the Giants did those 2 years that they won. And it is what it is. But, Larry, that was just speculating. That's if they win. I'm getting back in the car. Oh, I was outside the car. We get back in the car. 3-peat Kansas City. Bruce.
Yeah, he already pulled in the emergency lane. You better be careful.
Bruce, would that be big for Buffalo? Would that be big for Buffalo?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think Buffalo ever won one, did they?
Never.
Buffalo never.
No.
So it wouldn't be no bigger than no other team that ain't never won nothing.
But this one, but Bruce,
but they lost 4 though in a row.
Bruce, Buffalo went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row. Now you got the Vikings that went there; they're 0-4, but not in a row. 4 times in a row.
Yeah, and but what that mean? What that mean? LeBron went to the final 10 times in a row.
Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the reason why the overtime has been changed in the NFL at Kansas City versus overtime, and we got this rivalry. I mean, we got Joe Burrows getting it down in Cincinnati. We got Lamar Jackson doing his thing in Baltimore. But the highlight is the fact that when we see Josh Allen versus Pat Mahomes, it is what it is. And Josh.
Hey Kendall,
this year.
What do they say? What do they say about LeBron when he went to them 10 straight championships when they won before?
4. Hey, listen, he won 4.
Was that special?
I think it was.
Don't nobody else think it's special. They get on them about that. You ain't win all of them. You lost more than you won.
Let me say this, Bruce. They done went 4 times and lost. If they win this one here, it'd be one of the biggest wins in history, number 1.
Yep.
Number 2, they won't be
why would it be
listen, they will not be in that losing category anymore, though. They will have one ring on
Don
their
feels about that losing category.
They will not be in that losing. They will be
winners.
Considered champions. They will not stay with the rest of the crowd.
I understand that. I understand that. I'm trying to figure out what makes it so big.
All right, go ahead, Bishop. Go ahead.
Pull San Diego win. Pull San Diego win.
Oh, hold on, Bruce. Go ahead.
I can't hear Ernie.
You can't hear Ernie at all? You can't hear him?
No.
You hear him, Larry? No?
All right, let me try to do this. Can you guys hear me now? I'm about as loud as I can get.
You guys still hear me?
If they win the Super Bowl, they would have averted something that needs to be right if they go to the Super Bowl. No team has ever gone to 5 Super Bowls in any era at any time and lost all 5. That's the only big thing they would have done. Should they win the Super Bowl, they just get that monkey off of their back when you're talking about being a champion. The Jim Kelly era, 4 straight, like you said, Kendall. But the problem here is we are 40 or should I say 50 years down the road since their last appearance in the Super Bowl. So what we're looking at now is, hey, Buffalo, it's either ride or die. Take your choice. That's all I'm saying.
All right, go ahead, Larry. You want to say something about that?
Yeah, you know, Buffalo is he's like you said, about 50 years, 50. And you're talking about a team that had the best team
He's just exaggerating.
That's an
for,
exaggeration.
Yeah.
for 4 years, the best team for 4 years. They were picked to win 3 out of the 4 games.
Yeah.
And they lost them all. They had the best offense in the league.
You mean back in the
Still.
Super Bowl days? When they played in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yes, they had the best. They had the K gun. The
They were
K gun was the best
Well, they
thing
lost to the
smoked.
Cowboys twice. They lost to the Cowboys twice.
And they lost to the Giants, but they were supposed to.
Yeah, that's what the Giants.
Huh?
That was nothing. That was nothing
It was
but
not-
opinion.
I said they're supposed to lose.
How
that
did they
one.
have it? How did they have the best offense when Dallas
The
went in there?
K
and
gun was
beat
the
them
best thing going. They was averaging about 35 points a game.
on paper? What did they do against Dallas? 52-10.
The K gun didn't show up.
What?
The
Larry,
K gun
Larry,
didn't show up.
The Cowboys
They
had a
ran
better
out of it.
team. Emmitt Smith and all them. Come on.
Come
Cowboys
on,
had-
man. Come on, man. Ain't nowhere in the world they had the best offense. If they would have had the best offense, they wouldn't be Oprah Winfrey.
Buffalo was beat. They was beating teams by 24 points.
That don't mean nothing. They didn't win the big one 4 times.
I'm
Four
not
times.
backing them. I'm just saying how hyped it was.
Yeah, but you go to Super Bowl 4 times, and people saying you got the best offense in the league. Something wrong.
Well, that shows again, Bruce, the question. You know, how big would this be for them? This will be that big. You got to look at it that way, Bruce. This got to be big if they win.
But Larry,
I heard what Ernie said, and when Ernie broke it down, it makes sense. Because when he's saying that they're the only team that went 4 times like that and didn't win it. I mean, for that purpose only, though.
They had more All-Pros on this team. I mean, everybody was All-Pro on their team. They had an All-Star running back. They had the best defensive lineman in the league. They had the best linebacker in the league. They had great wide receivers.
Larry,
The Bills had a packed squad.
Larry, they was the best team in the AFC, but they wasn't the best team in the NFL because the Cowboys, the NFC was better back then. Because the Cowboys,
The Giants, they blew the Giants out, period.
They were the best team in the AFC, yes. But at that time, the NFC was stronger than the AFC.
Who's supposed to win, the Giants or the Broncos?
Oh, say it again.
The Giants or the Broncos? The Broncos are favorite, big time.
That don't mean nothing. That's only opinion. What Herm Edwards say? That's why they play the game.
And listen, I gotta tell y'all something. Anybody remember the greatest show on turf? And we heard about some dude named Tom Brady going to come off the bench after Drew Bledsoe getting hurt. And they said that the greatest show on turf was going for a repeat. That's why they were favored. Was they San Fran favorite? Then all of a sudden, New England come out unlike anybody ever. It was the most amazing thing. Instead of announcing the whole team, they come running out all together. And this new guy who knocked off Drew Bledsoe, who at the time had more yards than any quarterback in the NFL, was running in front. This same old dude in Michigan that told him I was better than Brian Greasy, but he had the name. The same dude that told Richard Kraft, I'm going to be the best draft choice you ever made in your life. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody listen to him. So, like you say, they play to win the game, period. So it don't matter what happens. Now, I'm going to get in Don's car. You win or not, right? Is that what it is?
Right.
That's what it is.
I mean, but if they win, that's going to separate them from the losers.
If they win, it's it, right? Okay.
Right.
So that was
this one win is big for them.
That's it.
It'll separate them from the. They would not have to sit over here no more, Bruce. They can sit
I understand that. Post San Diego win. Post San Diego win.
We're not talking about nobody but the Bills. So let's.
We talking about the Bills.
No, but I want to make a
go all
point.
around the league and say what else. But right now,
I want to make a point. I want to make a point. That's why I'm using San Diego. If they win, they never won before. So would it be a big deal?
Say it again, Bishop. Say it again, Bishop.
The only accomplishment the Bills had, they are the only team that did not go 0-5. Remember, and I'm not going to go sick and get off the subject, Don, but you're absolutely right. The Bills, the only accomplishment they had, they would be the only team to not go 0-5. Minnesota's still on the fence, and Denver came off the fence when John Elway in the game won their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have been 4 straight losses.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
That's the only accomplishment.
But their first championship, you don't consider that a accomplishment? They first champ, they be champions.
They lost 3.
But they'll be champions.
Yeah, but that go for anybody. That's why I was saying San Diego. That go for anybody that has never won one. They still winning their first game.
Their category. Once you win, you out of their category.
That's what I'm saying. So that's anybody. What makes it so
What?
special?
We're talking about the Bills. If the Bills win, that put them out of the category.
Right.
They're no more. They're no longer the losers.
No, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that part.
Trying to get it
I hear
to
that
move.
part. I hear that part.
They did not go 0-5 in the Super Bowl era. That's the only accomplishment. Right now, they are a team poised to go to the Super Bowl if they get past the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
They get past the Chiefs, they get to the Super Bowl. If they get to the Super Bowl and win, then we can erase all that. They are now champions. We get the pass. But if they go there and lose, they will be the only team
0-5.
5 Super Bowls.
It's gonna hurt them even more. Now
Hey.
hurt them even more. Well,
If they beat Kansas City, they're gonna give them a ring anyway, just for beating Kansas City.
oh no, they gotta be Philly though. They gotta be Philly or
They give them a ring for beating Kansas City.
no, I mean it's
So he said at that point,
no,
it's over.
I got you, but they come out the AFC. They still gotta be either Philly or Detroit. They gotta win the Super Bowl. Because if they win the Super Bowl, huh?
I said, let's just throw the Vikings in the trash. They only have to
You don't like the fact you say Vikings.
But I'll bring up the Vikings, okay? All right. The Vikings, okay, I'll throw the Vikings in there. All right,
See,
then let me
that's the same thing I was saying. Everything is opinion.
Yeah, but
You can't take it for granted that it's going to be Philly and Detroit. That's because they say on paper they got the better team.
but that's what Donald said earlier. I mean, the
Minnesota record right there with them.
Donald said the best team gonna win. It ain't no any given Sunday.
No, but I'm saying you said that they had to beat either. You said that Buffalo got to beat either Philly or Detroit.
Most likely.
That's why Ernie said, "What about Minnesota?"
That's a good point.
Okay, they might win. Okay, they might come out.
No, but I'm saying that's the same thing. I'm
you
saying
picking
they might be favorite,
Are you
but
picking
it ain't no
Minnesota?
guarantee they're gonna win.
Are you picking Minnesota to come out the NFC then?
They can.
Are you
Are you
picking?
picking them?
Are you
No.
picking?
No.
Who are you picking?
I told y'all a few weeks ago when I told y'all that I picked Philly now because they playing some good ball. Remember that about 4 or 5 weeks ago.
That's why I said Philly. I said Philly and Detroit. I don't think Minnesota will beat Detroit and Philly. Now they could. It's possible, but I'm going with.
They got
Philly.
a great chance. They got a great chance.
Kendall, you better help Bishop out because everybody on the Vikings. Because you started out a Viking for a little while, right?
Listen, everyone knows I'm the famous bandwagon jumper.
Yeah, you jumped on the Minnesota wagon for a minute.
If Minnesota wins the next 3, they get the overall number 1 seed. Period. All games are in U.S. Bank Stadium, which means that right now Minnesota, I think, is either 8-1 or 9-1 at home. The only loss they have is to Detroit. So basically, not count them out, but that's all right. For those who don't want to ride the bandwagon, there's no refund on your seat.
Listen, hold on. I feel like my buddy, my partner, Bishop, just shot one right at me. I've never said that Minnesota may not win the NFC. All I've said is that Kansas City will repeat, and guess what? Minnesota, Detroit, and Philadelphia are going to battle it out. I never took Minnesota out there. I am still on the back of your bus, but I'm running with Larry right now. I am a turncoat. How about that?
All right. He said no refund.
No refund.
Listen.
Okay, so
All right, then let me move on to 625.
yeah.
I want to move on. Listen, Bruce, Michael Parsons said he will consider taking a pay cut to keep the guys on the team that's free agents. Is that a good move for him or what? Because you want to keep them same guys, or will you try to get other guys?
Yeah, but my personal opinion, get some new guys.
There's some new guys. All right.
Get some new guys. I mean, it's been 4 or 5 years that they couldn't stop the run. It's time to put some more guys in there. These guys keep getting hurt. They play 3 games, get hurt. Diggs out again the rest of the year. He was out last year. D. Lawrence. Can't none of them guys say help. They're going to get rid of them and start over. I mean, it's good. It's good that you want to give up some money. Same thing with Dak. They're talking about he might renegotiate too, because if you got all the money, you can't cry when you don't get no help.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it'd be good if Parsons do that, but he got to get his boy Dak to do that too.
Okay. All right.
You know
Larry,
what I mean?
what you think about Micah Parsons taking the pay cut to try to keep them guys? Like,
I think he got the right mindset, but his mindset doesn't affect Jerry Jones. If Jerry Jones continue to make bad decisions, he's just losing money, because Jerry Jones gonna do whatever he decides he think is best, and he gonna take your money and just squander it away. You know, just give it away.
That's a good point.
And you know what else too, Jerry? You know what else too? When Overshawn got hurt, there's no guarantee that they said that he might not be back next year.
Okay.
And he was a giant part of that defense this year.
All right.
And without him, man, they really gonna be hurt.
All right, let me go with Bishop. Then I'll go with Don and Kendall. Bishop, Micah Parsons, did you hear the question? Micah Parsons talking about taking a pay cut to keep some of the players that's on the Cowboys. Is that a good move or what?
I think it's a good move. Salary cap. That's the reason why he'll take the pay cut. Because of the salary cap. Dallas is hard up against his salary cap. And they won't be able to get any quality players. They'll have to take older players, pay them ridiculous money. So if Parsons is willing to sacrifice the team, hey, I greatly appreciate what he's doing.
Okay. Kendall.
Well, Michael Parsons is just showing you that he's a team player. T-E-A-M. Together.
Well, Pastor Wall said he wasn't. Remember,
Well, hold on. I'm not listening to Pastor Walt right now. Let me stay in Los Angeles right now. I want to talk to the Dallas Cowboy
He
fans.
said he wasn't no
Thank you,
Cowboy.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Hold on, yeah, hold on for a sec. You know,
But did he say that?
listen, I don't care what he said.
He's not a team.
If a guy gonna sit back and say, "Hey, listen, I'll take a pay cut," that's a team player, and we cannot knock this. Michael Parsons shows up every day, no matter what. He's and he's literally the best player on that team. That team, the quarterback is not the best player on the team. He is the best player on that team. And if the best player says, "Hey, listen, I'll take a pay cut," that's like setting the table. So I would want to play with someone like that. And then you got a lot of guys that want to rally around him because now, oh, wow, he's going to take a pay cut to keep us. Come on, man, let's step our game up. To me, I feel like that sounds like a captain to me. It's like a winner. He sounds like a winner.
I'm going to have to agree with Bruce 100 because, you know, you're taking a pay cut, but you got all them banged up guys that can't change that. They just going to be banged up. Get a whole new team. Get it all, because a healthy guy is better than a banged up guy any day of the week. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have to go with Bruce on this. I think what he's doing is great, but put the money to good use. That's what Larry's saying. Put the money to good use. Don't just get out there and squander it by getting some more old players that are going to be hurt next year. We saw like when the Chiefs got what's the name for quarterback there, Aaron Rodgers. You know, now they realize that you see it a lot all around the league. So
Perfect example, bro. Perfect example.
You want a healthy player over a good broken leg one, unless it's Pat Mahomes.
But I got one thing to say about that. Aaron Rodgers might shock the world and take down Buffalo, just to prove a point.
You might
do what?
Shock the world and beat Buffalo.
But they play this
might shock the world and beat Buffalo just to make a point.
Yeah, but they play this week.
It ain't that much arthritis cream. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look out.
All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Buffalo play the Jets this week.
No, Buffalo played. No, but I think Buffalo played. Is it the Jets? No, the Bills play the New England Patriots.
It's New England. They play the Jets the next game.
Okay, but they play.
They're gonna win both those games.
Yeah. Buffalo's going to beat both of them teams. Larry, come on now. Come on.
Hey.
But my question was, Aaron Rodgers just say he will decide after the season if he wants to play for the Jets Do you guys think the Jets should let him go or what? Go ahead, Bruce.
Sure, they should let him go.
Wow.
That's the same thing we talking about Dallas. This guy stay hurt. He ain't doing nothing.
He's a legend, Bruce. Gotta give him a little more respect.
He a legend. He the opposite of hey, how many games they win?
I think they won 3 or 4.
And I have a question, Jerry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Bruce got a question you want to ask. Go ahead. Can you hear Bishop? Go ahead, Bishop.
I can hear coffee out of a rusty pot. That's the way I see Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
Did
He
you hear
said
that,
what?
Bruce?
I didn't hear him.
Would you drink coffee out of a rusted pot, Bruce? That's the way he see Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I agree with him 100%.
All right. Well, I mean,
If Aaron shows he can upset a team going out the last 3 games, like the Bills, they'll bring him back. If he do,
They ain't gonna bring him back, man.
if he beat the Bills, I guarantee you they bring him back.
but
They
Bruce,
was-
Bruce,
they was
do you
picked.
think? Go ahead.
They was picked to go to the Super Bowl this year.
But not all his fault, though. Not all his fault now.
We not. Hey, was it all? Listen, everybody knew he needed help when they said that they had everything except for a quarterback.
But the kicker missed about 4. He lost about 4 games for him,
That's
right?
all. That's all with it. Hey, you don't leave it that close. If you the man, not only did they didn't go to the Super Bowl, they didn't go into the playoffs.
Gotcha.
Why would you bring them back? Would he
If
be
they go out,
60
if
would he be
they
62?
end it with a bang,
Yeah, would he be 62 next year?
Let me go with Bishop. Bishop, would you bring him back? I already got you ready. No.
Right. What? Years. I know 1 year he got hurt. Second year he hasn't had much help. Got Devontae Adams, and it's still no. We'll bring him back. So go home.
Okay. Wow.
Hey, put on a sweater and go hang out in the dog track.
Ooh. In the dog tracks. Kendall, would you bring him back?
No,
No.
no. I mean, he's going to cost a lot. I would try to wonder if he would be interested in playing for a contender, because it just seems like we are no longer a contender. We started our year off as having a Super Bowl winning defense, and we added a piece to the puzzle that was supposed to take us over the top. And as we see, that did not happen. We lost our head coach, if you're a Jets fan. You got Devontae Adams. You got separation on the team. You signed him with a big contract last year. Got hurt the first game of the season. Missed a whole year. So I mean, this marriage in New York didn't work out, as far as I'm concerned. I think you got to invest in some new talent. I mean, you got a situation over in Pittsburgh where you have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. I would go after Justin Fields or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, you got some stuff going on in the NFL.
What about Cooper Rush?
Listen, let me tell you. No, let me talk about that. Bruce,
What about Cooper Rush?
he literally said, "What about Cooper Rush?"
You said
Let
Justin
me
Fields.
share this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dak Prescott. I know. But listen,
Go ahead.
Dak Prescott is a very talented player. He probably passes the eye test. Physical specimen, can throw the ball, has command of the field. What Cooper Rush reminds me of, one of those intangible people. And let me tell you who he reminds me of, and people don't even realize this. John Stockton literally has missed less games than anybody in the Hall of Fame. People don't know that. So that's why his assist record is so high, because he shows up all the time. He's not impressive. I'm sure everybody he played against were better than he was, but for some reason, the team ran better because Karl Malone got out there, and we know who Byron Russell was. Cooper Rush just reminds me of somebody who is not as talented as Dak Prescott. So the team has to show up, and they play better as a team. He is not a better quarterback, but they are a better team. The stats show it, because Dak is like a specimen, you know.
I'm looking at Bruce's face when you say that.
Cooper Rush to me is a better quarterback for Dallas than Dak Prescott. Although Dak Prescott is a more talented player, according to the statistics. Now, maybe Dak will, after sitting down, probably look and say, wait a minute, They're playing. I may have to do certain things. I don't have to win this thing by myself. I can drop off the 5-yard pass a la Joe Montana. You don't realize it. Joe Montana never threw it long. He threw to Jerry Rice on the run. You know what I mean? He never. Think about Joe Montana going back. The farthest pass we can remember him having is the Dwight Clark. You know, so he just doesn't have that. You know what he's missing? The old school mid-range game in basketball. That's what he's missing.
Go ahead, Chris. You want to say something?
Well, I said you got to put Steve Young in that same facility. They always time Jerry Rice. They reminds me, and I'm sorry.
Speak up a little louder, though.
I said reminds me of a Brock Purdy.
Yes.
He reminds me of a Sam Darnold.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
He does. 100%.
Dak is not a good quarterback or can't command his team. The problem is Dak was bad break. When they got rid of their running game, they put Ezekiel out the pass. That was the first and the beginning of the downfall for Dallas because with no running game, they depended on CeeDee Lamb. They got him hurt a couple of times, and now their backups and their third and fourth receivers got all kinds of butter on their fingers. I mean, I'm not blaming Dak. I'm saying the whole system fell apart. That's all.
Okay. All right. Listen, we're gonna move on.
Well,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Cooper Rush. I'm with Bruce. I don't know what you guys say, but you guys are saying. I thought maybe that's what you was hitting to. He can go to the Jets and really do something if they get rid of Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Oh, okay.
Now I just do that anyway. He
Wait, hold on. I just thought about that.
He wanted Justin Fields.
I just thought about
I wanted Cooper Rush.
No. Hold on.
About the Jets.
You asked a question.
Yes.
I think, Justin Fields, obviously, I would go after him. But I would take a shot at Cooper Rush for the Jets. Because I would.
And you know what, Kendall? You know what, too, Kendall?
Huh?
You would get fired.
That's why I'm not a general manager, bro.
Hey, you bringing them over there, you're going to get fired.
Listen, hey, Cooper
It's
Rush.
a reason. It's a reason that nobody picked him up for a starter in the last 2 or 3 years.
That's
You
right.
didn't just get to Dallas. When year before last, when
Geno Smith was supposed to be the superstar, and he was all messed up, and he went to Seattle.
no, don't compare him to Geno now. Don't compare him to Geno. Listen, when Dak went out year before last, Cooper Rush did the same thing. Then when it was his time to play somebody, he couldn't do nothing. Everybody said, "Oh, somebody gonna pick him up for a starter." Ain't nobody messing with him because they know what he is. He's a backup.
All right, okay, well, we're going to move on, man. It's almost 6:40. I just want to say this is Sports Talk, the Friday night edition on WJRG Television Network. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, along with Big Don from Big Don Production. Every Moment Woo with Kendall Tyson, my brother-in-law Larry Pearson down in Maryland. We have the legend Bruce Austin sitting in his Sports Talk room at his house. And we have the Bishop on the phone line.
The Sports Talk room.
Sports Talk room, okay. And we got the Bishop, one of the greatest
Big B production.
My man. Also, my brother Henry Green will be back with us Monday. Pastor Walter Teague and also Bob McCormick. I want to move on to basketball for a second. I'm going to talk about the Hall of Fame. I'm reading so far. They got Carmelo Anthony. Larry, I'm going to start with you on this one. Carmelo Anthony, Doc Rivers, Sue Bird, Dwight Howard, Marc Gasol, Maya Moore, Sylvia Fowles, Billy Donovan, and the Miami Heat owner, Mickey Arison. Is that a Hall of Fame list or what? Anybody on that list you feel shouldn't be in there? Doc Rivers, Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, Marc Gasol, Maya Moore. Come on. What you think?
Now, are those the ones that's going in, or are they that's on the list?
They're the nominees right now to be on the list.
It's maybe about 20, 25 nominees.
Well, but these are the main ones that they put up there. I think
no, but I'm saying they were showing it. There's more. That's why I say, are these the one that's going in, or they haven't picked the finals yet? That's going in.
I'm almost certain that Carmelo Anthony, if his name is up there, he's going in. I mean,
but I'm saying they had about 20 people.
Yeah, but
Sue Bird's going in.
But these are the top names.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce, these are the top names, though. And that's going to headline.
Maya Moore's going in. Sue
Maya
Bird.
Moore's going definitely.
Carmelo will make it in there.
And Doc Rivers.
I'm not sure because Doc Rivers only has a championship with the Boston Celtics, and I will say that you got that Fab Four, although they said three. Rajon Rondo was on that court, and I think that Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Rajon Rondo won that championship. He hasn't won before, and he hasn't won it since. Mickey Aronson for the Miami Heat, yeah, he is an owner. 4 championships, absolutely. Well, does he have 4? He has 3, right? 3, yeah, it's 3. Dwayne Wade has all 3 of them. LeBron James and 2 of them. He's in there.
But he didn't do nothing. He's just the owner, though.
Yeah, but as an owner, so he could go.
No, I'm saying, but he didn't do anything.
Well, he picked Pat Riley, and he changed the culture.
Okay, all right.
Drafted Dwayne Wade, you know.
Well, what about Marcus Gasol, though? Marcus Gasol, not Paul Gasol. Marcus Gasol.
On the line, you know what I mean? Nah, I don't know.
All right, let me go, Larry. Larry, what you think about some of this list? Carmelo Anthony, is he a Hall of Famer?
Carmelo Anthony definitely he's gonna make it in. He's not that great, but he's gonna make it in.
Not that great. What about Doc? Go ahead.
Doc Rivers, I don't think Doc Rivers, he's on the bubble.
Larry, well, anyway.
Yeah.
What about Marcus?
I agree with Larry on this one.
What about Marcus Gasol, Larry?
He's on the bubble.
Right.
He on the bubble. Yes or no?
They just threw his name up in there.
I mean, all right, they threw his name in there, but what about Billy Donovan? He was a coach, right? He coached for college.
Back-to-back
Yeah,
championship.
Billy Donovan, he has done a lot. He probably get in there.
He'll get in. He'll get in.
Let me go with Down. I'll go with Down. What you think? These guys, Camilo.
Definitely Doc Rivers. No. Marcus Hall. No.
Wow.
I think
Dwight
everybody
Howard.
else.
What about Dwight Howard? You guys?
Dwight
Yeah, he'll
Howard.
go in. Yeah,
He raised enough sand to
He
get
did
in
enough.
there.
And
Yeah.
won a
he did enough.
Yeah, he did enough to get in.
He's
He got a great resume. Plus, he got a ring too.
Definitely a good point about how people are going to be getting in the future because they ain't got no more names to put up there. You can see they're running out of names now with some of these. But all the ladies up there should go. You know,
Yeah, Maya Moore definitely.
Yeah,
Now, Tom Chambers. I saw Tom Chambers' name on there too.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't see his name. Okay,
And I think he should make it.
but Tom Chambers has been retired for years too. I mean, he should have been in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He should have been in there in that case. I
Yep,
appreciate what you think about this list.
Well, I think the list all Doc Rivers 70%, the song 75%, and don't forget the international players that are on that list. And I can't remember all their names. There's quite a few on there. So some of them are going to actually make it. The one that I was kind of surprised used to play for Houston. I can't think of his name. I used to call him the ball hog.
Who's I gotta look at the list again. Okay.
I mean, Tony Parker's in already, but I'm talking about his ace on the other side.
Come on, Ginobili.
Yeah, is he in?
I think Ginobili's already in.
Yeah, I think he's
Ginobili's already in. All right,
He didn't play with Houston. He played with San Antonio.
He played with San Antonio. But who?
There are quite a few international players that are actually on that list that are going to probably get in before Saul get in before Rivers get in.
Okay.
And he's the owner from the Kings. He might get in. She might get in. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to wait to find out. So they try to bring in a point over every year at least one. So Billy Donovan might beat her out.
Okay, but now you guys, who you think is going to be the top person that's going to headline the Hall of Fame? Going to be Carmelo Anthony, Bruce? Carmelo going to be the headliner? Because
Stu Bird and Maya Moore.
That's right. Stu Bird, Maya Moore, then Carmelo.
Absolutely.
You have a lady over.
Absolutely.
Yes. There's some great ladies.
Look at their resume.
Look at the resume, Stu Bird.
They got about 5-6 championships.
I don't agree with that. Anthony will headline. Bird is a definite solid second, and Maya Moore right behind her.
Carmelo going to headline that.
They're going to go with Carmelo because he's the man.
Okay. All right.
He's the man. They're going to go with the man first. Let's face it. They're going with Carmelo over the ladies. To me, the ladies are better, but they're going with Carmelo
They
because
gonna
he's
go
the man.
Camilo. Come on, he gonna.
I just want to say something about Sue Bird. I remember back when Sue Bird came out of Christ the King in New York, and they were interviewing her, and she literally said in the microphone, they were talking to her on how she thinks she's going to do at UConn, and she looked at them, and a matter of factly says, the number one guard that came out of New York. I'll never forget that, because you don't really look and see that complexion saying something like that. And she has more than measured up. She's won championships everywhere that she's gone. Period. She's got championships in the NBA. So does Maya Moore. Maya Moore has 2 national championships. She's part of the almost 100-game winning streak. She was going for a 3-peat, but then she got knocked off. But by I think it was Mississippi State.
Okay.
That girl hit that jumper. And then
First year of today.
Yeah, and then Kemba Walker won it that year for UConn. Maya Moore, Sue Bird are the most accomplished basketball players, if we're talking about the sport, on that page, period.
Okay, and let me move on. Larry, with you. Larry, the Lakers, they're talking about, would you consider trading LeBron James or Anthony Davis? The trade deadline going to be coming up. Would you trade any of them 2 guys if you had a chance to better the team, LeBron or Anthony Davis? Would you trade them if you was the general manager?
If I was getting a young guy that was very good and a number 1 ball player, I would do it, because LeBron James is not going to be there for long. He maybe got 2 years at the most.
You know, he's going to be 40 years old now, coming up this month, the end of the month, the 30th.
He got 1 or 2 years. If I could get me a solid number 1 player for LeBron James, I'd do it.
What about Anthony Davis? If he had a chance to pick up, let's say 3 or 4 players, that's pretty good right now, because AD, I'll say he's still in his prime a little bit, but he get hurt. He's playing a little better now. Would you trade Anthony Davis to try to rebuild for the future?
I would try to save Anthony, because that's more of a future. You got more time with him. LeBron, you ain't got that much time left with him, you know.
Okay, all right.
And it's a big name too.
Well, what you think, Bruce? Anthony Davis or LeBron, if he had a chance to trade? I read that today on sports. The Lakers, they brought that up. Would you trade either one of them?
No,
Bruce,
they can't. They can't. It all depends on who they're gonna get.
Okay, I mean, you got to throw it out there to see who you can get. You got
Yeah,
to
but
make
I'm saying it. You said which one would I trade? I said it all depends on who they're gonna get. You know what I mean? You can't just give them away. I mean, you got to get something back for them. If they get rid of him, who they gonna get to step in?
No, I agree, but I'm saying, in order to see who you're going to get back, you got to put the offer on the table.
I agree with you that a contender might give up a good young player and a draft pick for him if they think they can win it this year. That's why I said it all depends on who they're gonna get.
So you know I mean? let's just say if the Cleveland Cavaliers say, okay, we're going to give up a few young players, you know, that maybe is pretty good, and then we may have a chance to knock out Boston or Milwaukee with Anthony Davis and give up maybe a couple draft picks and maybe a couple of their players. Well, would you consider making that move for Anthony Davis? Any team?
I don't know. I think I'd rather have LeBron, man.
You rather trade LeBron
with Cleveland, with that team with Cleveland?
Oh yeah, well LeBron go back to Cleveland. Okay, yeah.
You know, not because he's from Cleveland. I'm talking about with the team that they got.
Okay.
See, because they got a great young power forward there now.
Okay, so they don't need.
That's why LeBron would fit right in great with them.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean? Put him right at that small forward.
All right. What do you think, Kendall?
Yeah, can you imagine Garland, Spider, LeBron at the forward? You got Mobley, and you got the Fro out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They don't need Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and not only that, LeBron is box office. You got to think about the bottom line with LeBron. Wherever he is, we're gonna come and pay. So LeBron pays for his own contract. He's also the first only active billionaire to be playing basketball. So that says a lot. If I were the Lakers, you got to let LeBron make whatever decision he's made. He came there and he's done everything he's supposed to do. He surpassed Kobe. He's the number 1 scorer in the NBA, got you a championship. Anthony Davis probably has a possibility of being the most supremely talented player in the entire league. He can be better than anybody
if he
shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don, what you think, man?
First of all, I think the Lakers need to rebuild. So I would do it as a business decision. I would have to keep LeBron because he's a legend. Even though he's 40, I would get rid of Anthony Davis. For the simple fact, I would tell LeBron after you finish, you coming in the front office. Because with LeBron James, I feel we could build a team. If I can get him on my side to sell that story to him, that we could build the Lakers back and make them great again. Not from Donald Trump, right? No, but if we could build them back, we could do something like that. What are you going to do with Anthony Davis? I mean, you can't build a team around him.
Right.
They already tried. It ain't going to work.
They tried in New Orleans
So,
too.
so it's just not a good business decision to keep Anthony Davis. But I think it's a great business decision to sit LeBron James down and talk about his future, and you can rebuild with him. The Lakers going to have to rebuild. I don't care what kind of trade you guys are doing. LeBron James can help other teams. Anthony Davis can help other teams. But as far as the Lakers, they're going to have to rebuild.
Yeah, I'm going to Bishop in a few minutes. Bishop, but I want to say one thing. If I was LeBron, I want to go back to Cleveland on a trade. I will not go back to. I'll retire before I go back to Cleveland on a trade, because I left Cleveland on my own to go to LA. So I don't want you to trade me back there. No, because let me go on my own. Because I've won you a championship. Now you make me go back there.
Yeah, I don't think the Lakers would.
No, I don't think so either. But I know Bruce somebody brought up LeBron. But anyway, Bishop, go ahead on that one. Can you hear me?
Well, listen, you got to agree with Don on this.
Okay.
There's still a small amount of trade value on Anthony Davis. You won't get much trade value on LeBron. Yeah, he's a drawing card, but at the same time, you have for what? 1 year? And God help him if he gets hit. He ain't going to heal like he did when he was 20. He's a doggone, he's breaking a fingernail. It's going to take him at least 2 weeks to come back. But business-wise, put Davis up and try to get something back for Davis that's going to help you. Put LeBron in the front office upon his retirement and try to build something with the team that you got with LeBron at the helm, maybe as a GM or a president or something of that nature. I agree with you, Bruce. On this one, a few times we agree on something.
And I like to say something too, because as I listen to this, I mean, LeBron James is the first player to take his talents elsewhere, to join with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade to form, the super team. And they did go to the finals 4 times in a row and won 2 of them. He goes to Cleveland. He brings whoever he's with him, and they win. He traded for Kevin Love, got rid of I forgot who he got rid of, but Andrew Wiggins might have been. Yeah, got rid of Andrew Wiggins and got Kevin Love and put his team together. And he goes to LA and puts his team together. So I think that LeBron James has a pretty promising career as a general manager somewhere. I totally agree with not getting rid of him and moving him to the front office, because he has proven that he can put together a championship team.
Okay.
And he can draw people.
He can draw people, yeah.
I want to throw something at you real quick, Kendall, that LeBron wasn't the first to do it. You got to remember the Pearl Monroe
Came to the Knicks from Baltimore. Yeah.
That was the turnaround for the Knicks.
Yeah.
That was
but when he came by himself. See, when LeBron went, he went and got Chris Bosh, brought him from Toronto there. When Kevin Garnett left Minnesota, he went and got Ray Allen and took him to Boston. See, when the Pearl came, he didn't bring nobody with him. He came by himself.
But you gotta remember, when I looked at the 76 Knicks, we only needed a good shooting guard. So we had Walt Frazier, Bradley was doing his thing, Reed was doing his thing. Come on, we had a team. Just one team.
No, I agree with that. They had a team, but I'm saying that they didn't bring 2 or 3 players together to form a super team like the rest of them did.
All right, listen, because I'm going to move on. That's a good topic. I want to talk about the All-Star game. Kevin Durant says he hates the All-Star game format, but I got to get more. I got to get more into how the format operates first before I comment.
Well, let's talk about the format. What happened?
Now we'll do our picks too. Go ahead.
Okay. The new All-Star game format, which I hate also, it takes the top 2 players that are picked, that are voted in,
Okay.
and once you get the top 2 players, the rest of them are like in sort of a lottery pick. So let's say Giannis is a top pick, and so is LeBron. So whoever's the number 1 pick gets to pick a player, whether it's from the East or the West, doesn't even matter. And they pick their teams back and forth. There's no East versus West. It's just a bunch of players picking each other.
That's how they
I think it's awful. I wonder where that came from. You know,
well, it came from the league because they're trying to make it more competitive. Because now that they figure these guys, they're not putting no effort to try to win. They're just out there playing. You know, they're getting paid or whatever, and no effort. So they're trying to bring
scoring like 200 points in the All-Star game.
Yeah, but there's no defense. Kevin Durant wants it more. He wants to get back to the East versus the West.
Because he's a baller.
Yeah, but they got to play too when you play like that.
Kevin Durant would have, we talk about old school players and young players. Kevin Durant would have survived back in the day when we played the way he plays. Kevin Durant is a baller.
Right.
So,
but Bruce, what do you think about the new All-Star game format?
I tell you what I think they should do. I think they should add maybe make it maybe 2 games, or at least if they're gonna have it, make that for the cup. And make it East and West. And play that. Let that be, you know how they playing for the cup now?
Yeah.
Let the All-Star game be for the cup. And let them guys still get that $500. You know what I mean? $500,000 for the winners.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that'll be the All-Star game. But whoever win it, they get the cup and they get that money.
Right.
I bet you they'll get a real game then.
I got you. What about Larry? What you think, man? Before I go back to the NFL picks, what you think?
I think it should be voted in by the fans the way it used to be. You know, that's the way the fans get what they want. And, you know, the players got to understand they're playing for the fans. And the fans know who they want to see. And it should be East versus West.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah, but you know what they're trying to eliminate, though? It don't matter how they pick them. The big thing is the people want to see a good game. It don't matter who they put out there. If they're going to run around and do the same thing, it don't matter who they pick to be in the All-Star game. If they're going to move out the way and let people do their own highlight dunks and all that stuff, it don't matter who's on the court. What they want to do is turn it into at least a halfway serious game.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing they want to change, not the people that's being picked.
Maybe they put more money up and losers get nothing. Losers get nothing.
What do you think about the All-Star game format? You know anything about it?
I know a little bit about it, not with it, but it is what it is, and it's going to always be that, you know?
Okay.
The new highlight now has become the three-point shot and all the other formalities that go with it. Because remember, Steph Curry, I can't think of the young lady's name from the WNBA. They had a
Ionesco.
out that year. Yeah.
Sabine Ionesco.
Okay.
That's the new highlight now.
Yeah.
Now they got these women and they're pretty active. I have to say it. They're pretty active.
Right.
So Steph Curry might be the three-point king for the moment, but if he ain't careful, he's going to get knocked off.
Right.
So the rest of it, and I'm not, personally, I don't think I want to pay $15,000 in road free for an All-Star game.
Right. Go ahead, Don. Give me your opinion.
I'm just want the All-Star game to get back to what it used to be.
Yes.
I'm not sure this will work. Right now, if the All-Star game keep going like it's going, I probably won't watch it as much.
That's right.
Because it's getting boring. So maybe they want to make that change to try to do something. I don't know if that'll work or not, but I definitely know that East against the West is not working.
It's not working.
So
I like what Larry said, though. I like what Larry said. Let the winners get paid and the losers don't get nothing.
Yeah,
right.
I agree with that too. Yeah, got to do something to get them back playing because we're getting a little bored. All they're doing is showboat.
Right.
All right, you guys. We're gonna do our. Go ahead, Bishop. Go ahead, Bishop.
When somebody gets hurt, the team, whoever that guy plays for, is going to suffer for it. So they would prefer them just go ahead on and have your little fun. Let this be your alley-oop, loop-the-loop, and any other play you can come up with, and let's just have some fun. Getting to the picks, Jerry, we all, if you did not pick the Broncos Chargers game, don't worry about it. You missed out. This time I missed out.
I I picked the Chargers.
I picked the Chargers.
Listen.
I
Okay.
picked the Chargers too.
Okay.
No, I picked the Broncos. I'm sorry.
All right. Listen. Going forward for this Sunday, I'll go around real fast. The Jets, the Rams or the Jets? Who you got, Bruce?
I got the Rams.
Got the Rams. Who you got, Larry?
Rams.
Kendall?
Rams.
Don?
Rams.
Bishop, who you got?
I'm taking the Rams. Come on.
All right.
They're gonna do nothing.
So everybody got the Rams. I got the Rams. Houston or I know who you got, Larry. I'll start with you, Larry. The Chiefs or Houston Oilers?
Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Who you got, Kendall?
Kendall Chiefs.
Everybody got the Chiefs. Bruce? I know you got it.
I can't bet against Pat, my homie. That last said my homie.
My homie.
You got to go with the Chiefs against Houston. They got to at least be playing somebody good.
Who you got, Bishop? Chiefs.
Larry let me stay on the plus. I have to stand up, so I'm taking.
The Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. Bruce,
Ooh.
who you got, Bruce? Steelers
I
or the
got
Ravens?
Baltimore.
Oh, B more. You know he going to Baltimore.
All right, Bruce got, who you got, Larry?
B-Mo.
All right, you got Baltimore too. Okay, you from Maryland. You got to pick Maryland. All right, who you
I'm
got?
going Baltimore knocking up the Steelers.
Who you got, Don?
I got to go with Baltimore on that one.
Who you got, Bishop?
I'm right. Be more.
Wow. I mean, so my heart is telling me the Steelers, man, because Steelers. I mean,
All right, you by yourself.
Did they beat them the first time they played?
By
Go
yourself.
ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Go with
But
him.
Baltimore going to pay him back. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going with the Steelers, man.
All right.
I think Steelers got their number. I'm going with the Steelers.
Okay.
I'm going with the Steelers. All right, I'm going with the Steelers. So if they win, you guys got to remember that, right?
Yeah.
All right, I got the Steelers. The Giants or the Falcons? Larry.
Oh,
Falcons.
All right, who you got, Bruce?
Falcons.
Who you got?
ATL.
Who you got, Don?
ATL.
Who you got, Bishop?
Cousins is gonna find it look good for once.
I got the Falcons. The Bears or Detroit? I know who you got, Larry. Who you got? Bears.
Detroit.
Got Detroit. Bruce?
Detroit. Hey, check it out. You know Michael Penix gonna be starting for Atlanta this week.
Okay.
But, yeah, well, he going to do pretty well, too. Watch.
Yeah, they bench Cousins.
All right, so
About time.
I think Ernie made a phone call.
so you got Detroit. Who you got, Kendall?
Where we at now?
Detroit and
Detroit. Green.
Donald?
Got to go with Detroit.
Bishop, who you got? Detroit.
I'm picking an upset. I'm taking Chicago.
Wow.
Okay.
Come on, man.
They lost last week, though. Detroit just lost.
They lost 3 in a row, but at the same time, Detroit kind of beat up. I'm not sure because the way Williams has been playing, it's not that he lost the game. He just didn't score enough to win the game. And I think this time around, it might be a different story. He really took Detroit out the last time.
Okay. All right. Larry, Cincinnati or the Browns? Playing in Cincinnati.
Bengals.
All right. Bruce?
Cincinnati.
Kendall?
Yeah, Hollywood Joe, Cincinnati.
Donald?
Cincinnati.
Bishop?
Hollywood Joe.
Tennessee or the Colts? Larry? Tennessee or the Colts?
Gotta go with the Colts.
Bruce?
Colts, brother.
Man, you guys on the same page.
Yeah, we sure are. Anthony Richardson, the
You guys
Colts.
drinking out of the same
We're
bottle.
going with the Colts.
You got the
We're in
Colts,
the
you got?
I got the Colts.
Who you got, Bishop?
No, I got the Colts.
Well, I got to go with the Colts too then. All right, got it, man.
Let me change my
Don't
pick.
get the wagon.
He's not looking that good this year.
Jerry betting with him. I got to change my pick.
The Eagles or the Commanders? Who you got, Larry?
Eagles.
Eagles? Who you got, Kendall?
Like an Eagle.
All right, Don.
Got to go with the Eagles, but this is a tough one. If the Commanders, they're not playing like they started out.
Bruce.
Yeah, I like the Commanders, man, but I'm going with Philly. I think that defense playing some dangerous ball now, man.
Philly playing good ball, man. Who you got, Bishop?
That's with that defense. What do you say? What do you say?
You got the Eagles. What about Arizona and the Panthers, Larry?
Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona, you got
Arizona.
Who you got, Bruce? Arizona too?
Yes, sir.
Well, we all about this. All right,
Well,
who
you
got?
know the Panthers ain't
Except
playing good.
except you and the Steelers. So far.
Right. Now you gonna pick the Panthers ain't playing good.
I got Arizona. I got you. Bishop, Minnesota, and Seattle. I know you got Minnesota.
It's easy. I would have just wrote it down.
Larry, who you got, Minnesota or the Seahawks?
Minnesota.
Bruce,
Minnesota.
you got Minnesota?
I'm feeling Minnesota.
Wow. New England or Buffalo?
Oh, come on. We already know where that's going.
Buffalo.
Everybody, Buffalo.
I
Cowboys,
want to get upset, but I know that ain't gonna happen.
like Cowboys or the Buccaneers, Larry?
Cowboys or the Buccaneers? You said the Cowboys?
Cooper Rush is playing.
And Jerry, next time, leave them sleep, man.
Buccaneers.
So who you got, Larry?
The Buccaneers.
Oh, they play the Dallas too. Who you got, Bruce?
You know I'm going with my boys, man.
You dying with them?
You gotta believe it. I got money on Cooper Rush.
You're gonna be 4 out of 5. Bruce, they win. 4 out of 5. Come on. And there shouldn't be 5 straight.
That make sure we'll keep Cooper Rush next year for that.
I'm going with Cooper Rush. 4-5 sound like a 12-3 record.
You going with Dallas?
At the end of the year.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So I'm going Cooper Rush.
oh, who you got?
Wow.
No, I ain't going with Cooper Rush. That's
You going to Buccaneers?
Buccaneers.
Who you got, Bruce?
Will make sure he gets steamrolled.
All right, you got the
I'm going
Buccaneers.
with him. I'm going with the Buccaneers. Hey, and if you got any money on the game, go see if you get a refund.
Well, like this here, I think the Buccaneers got the team, but since they're playing in Dallas, and I have to agree with Kendall, Cooper Rush is playing pretty good football.
Playing
I'm
good.
going with Dallas on this one.
Yeah.
I'm going with the
Oh,
Cowboys.
wow.
They're
Wow.
playing at home, Larry. They're playing at home. So I'm going with them because they're at home.
I'm nervous now.
Never nervous.
Nervous, Bruce? You don't want to pick your boy on your team, Cooper Rush.
No, I ain't worried about them. I'm nervous because you betting with them.
Don't worry about me. Oh. Huh?
NFC West Night. So don't sell them short.
So, all right, so then maybe I'll go with Tampa then. Okay. And you talk me out of it. All right, I'll go with Tampa then. I'll go with the Buccaneers. The Saints or the Packers, Larry?
The Packers all day.
Packers, all right.
Yeah, Jordan Love, Packers.
Packers,
Gotta go with John.
Bruce, you got the Packers too?
Oh, yeah.
Bishop, you got the Packers?
I hope they lose, but I'm going with them because I know they're going to win.
All right. Well, this is the Friday night edition. Anybody have any comments? Go ahead. Anything else?
No, sir.
All right.
Make sure if you haven't made your pick, make your pick.
Yeah,
Make your pick.
I'm going to do mine tonight. Kendall, close out in prayer, brother.
Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for allowing us to glorify you by way of sports, praise God. And we will come together tomorrow at Music Back Then, celebrating the reason for the season, Jesus, and just giving presents away to people who are less fortunate. Join us tomorrow at Music Back Then at Sawmill Road in Bull Hill Lane in West Haven. So as we leave here,
Yes, Lord.
praise God in Jesus' name, glorifying you through sports.
Yes,
We
Lord.
thank you for tuning in to WJRG, part of KMI Television in New Haven, actually Hamden, Connecticut. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
And I want to see the show being produced by Big Don from Big Don
I gotta
Production.
remember that part.
Let's give it up for Big Don.
Yes, yes.
And does the sports talk. I mean, he does the topics every
Yeah,
week. My brother
yeah.
Henry and
Absolutely.
Bob
Give it up for
McCormick.
Henry.
And Bob McCormick
Bob.
normally
And
calls
Pastor
in.
T.
Yeah, Pastor
And what
T.
about the games tonight? Notre
Which game
Dame.
on the line?
Notre Dame in Indiana.
Let's talk about what you think.
Notre Dame.
Well,
Notre
here's
Dame.
the part about it. Notre Dame has been in.
What about Texas?
All right.
Texas.
Clemson and Texas playing two quarterbacks that played each other for the high school championship in Texas.
Well, I might check it out, but I might check it out tonight, Larry. It's gonna be a good game, right? It should be
They
good.
got 3 good games coming on tonight.
Okay, all right, we'll check it out. All right, you guys, y'all have a blessed weekend. You would say something?
No.
All right, y'all have a blessed weekend, and we're gonna do it again Monday night. Okay, now I know I got a meeting at 5:30, but Big Don's gonna be here if I'm not here at 5:30, 6 o'clock. But you guys have a blessed weekend, and we're gonna have some fun tomorrow night. Just keep us in your prayers. And Bishop, I got your donation today. I appreciate it. All right.
Not a problem, sir.
That's right.
All right, you guys have a blessed weekend. I'll see everybody Monday night for
Monday
Sports Talk.
Sports talk. All right.
For sure.
Okay.